Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we're going to be trying out a Bruin Historic ahead of the Metagame Challenge. While I did post a video for a bunch of the stock meta lists, great ideas to bring to the challenge, I want to try out some new strategies, playing around some new cards, just things I enjoy playing. So we are doing this live on YouTube today. We are Bruin, seeing how they play out in the Mythic ladder. So this is a port of the Alchemy deck that I got Mythic with this month. It is a Rakdos Anvil list that is playing the new Nixilis, the Captive Kingpin. With Call Anvil, you're able to ping every turn and then get the ability of Nixilis to draw you more cards. You also have ways with like blood tokens to do this, as well as like Voldaren Epiture. We are playing the Retrofitter Foundry Ornithopter package. We got some Deadly Disputes for card advantage, Yotai kind of removal mixed into there as well. You have Mutavault, which can also act as a Thopter as well. I'm really liking Retrofitter decks, so I'm trying a bunch of different shells. So our sideboard, we got Thoughtseizes for Hand Hate, Xander's Wake. When they do a lot of removal, we can just keep getting more creatures that come out. Also with the Anvil, every turn you get another creature in your hand. Nixilis Planeswalker for the control matchups. Graveyard Hate in Tormund's Crypt and Unlicensed Hearse, single use and then multiple use. Rending Volley, go for the Throat, Abrade, just various removal spells, and then By Force for the Artifact Mirror decks. So we'll give this a shot. We tried playing some Standard. It was not fun. So let's play some Historic, where there's at least diversity. There's busted cards in here, but there's different things you can do. I'm tired of playing Rakdos against like the same 4 cards in Standard. I'm very much looking forward to a eventual ban. So I played this version in Alchemy. I really liked it. It had a lot of like different lines of play, which I usually like in a deck, like thought-provoking. So combo online. We keep. So turn 1, 4/4. The nice thing is this can make a artifact that then, if you run out of artifacts, triggers the Anvil. So you always play this first, and then you play that. End step, I make a 4/4. I could set up the research desk. I might end up just... I should have actually... Okay. Opponent concedes. In the dark without knowing what we're playing against, I'm probably just going to hedge and play some Nixilis. I expect them to bring in more removal, so maybe we do this. So powerful, turn 1, opponent concedes. Yeah, Mad Scientist, if you check out my... One sec, I'll paste... The untapped link's going to be too long for the YouTube chat, but I'll paste it. It was playing it in best of 1, but you can easily add a sideboard. Kill spells, discard, resistant stuff. Okay, well, combo. This is Rakdos Anvil Ob. So it looks like mono red. Cool. I probably should have held this because now they have a chance to kill it. Got Brushstroke for next turn. Should probably just be GG. Timotz, I have not tried Cat Oven. There's like good explorer lists with it. I just don't enjoy playing it. So I'm not going to. So trigger Revolt. Kill Ferocidon. So now we got Blood Artist. I can ditch these lands and then just kind of kill them this way here. And the nice thing too now is I can just make tokens every turn. We're gonna get Upkeep Rope. This looks like an Upkeep Rope. So salty. So don't be like opponent. Opponent didn't get kissed enough as a child. Sometimes you just move on. They also had the advantage of knowing what we were playing against while we didn't. So that also kind of plays nicely. We're going to probably get roped through every stage. Hey Wild Nerd, how's yours built? What's is yours just more sack oriented or alright. Do we even get like percentage points? Okay, we do. I don't really care about rank so much, I just want to play in like the mythic rank. Just it's usually a little bit more competitive to some extent. All right, Diamond Andy. We're gonna mulligan this. Okay, we'll keep this. We go first. I think we're putting this back. Bro, thank you for the sub. Deadly Dispute, Goblin Engineer. Goblin Engineers. Hey Vink, I actually don't have many of the Elves cards. I've never actually played Elves, but we can see how Elves does in this matchup. Alright, we're gonna just kill their Lord, play Ornithopter. Alright, so this is a matchup where we want all the kill spells, Abrades. Rending Volley is not what we want. What do we want to cut? Probably the Research Desk. Honestly, it's probably just the Research Desk. Or maybe... let's cut those, and... I think I want a Xander's Wake. Well, if this is any... oh, our opponent's just straight up conceding. Alright. Okay, so nobody wants to play this deck. We are just too good. The one thing is we might want to add in, like, do we want like a Noxious Grasp style card? Because Noxious Grasp can also deal with like Teferi or kind of like Xander's. We have to go for the Throat as catch-all. We have a Braid as catch-all. That's cheap. Do we want it instead of Xander's? Maybe try... By Force is very powerful. We do have a Braid that we could bring in. I do like having the Graveyard Hates. So it's either like a Thoughtseize. So maybe let's just try Noxious. Alright. 2-0. Opponents are conceding left, right, and center. They can't beat the turn 1 combo. Yeah, the roping folks, like, it doesn't really bother me because, like, I'm here to play Magic, so whatever. Keep combo on 2. Yeah, well, nerd, just remind me after this round. Like, drop the link, and then after this match, I'll pull it up on the screen, and we can take a look and compare it. Like I said, this is my first draft. I literally put this together. So... I think we just do this turn. Because if they put a 2 power, so they do get to draw 2 here. Are any of you folks going to be trying out the Metagame Challenge next weekend? They have Trample anyways, but... So I can kill them, but I think like this is just closer to lethal. Just remember though, Wildner, the challenge is best of 3. So you will need a sideboard for it. So I guess indirectly we test out the sideboards together. So like they're kind of stuck now where they need to attack. I can also animate any of my blood tokens, which works nice. So there's a lot of like nice synergy with this deck. So we'll bring in the Rending Volley. The Rending Volleys aren't like do-all, like be-all, end-all. But I think they're still fine. GG. Bye, friend. Alright, so I do want Hearse, I want Crip, I want these, I want these, I want this. Do I want Xanders? Maybe. The Epicures can probably come out in this matchup. They're a little slow. I think we're getting rid of Dispute. Trimmer Research. I don't think we want Xanders. So I'm going to try to win off the combo. And then if not, I have the backup plan here. I have the Anvil as well. So I think that's how we approach it. It's always fun to do one or two. Which version of Blue White are you doing? The Lotus Field? I think we keep this. I have the Abrade for the first one. I would love a black source here so I can get Brushstroke going. Okay, so they're probably digging for a land. Okay, so we did get Retrofitter, which will be nice for the following turn. I'm doing this now just because it shuts off their ability to play something like Wizard's Lightning. I already have their graveyard taken care of, so I'm less worried about that. Okay, Crucius is good. Oh no! I literally play 2 colorless lands. Just make a 4/4 here. Alright, so it's whose deck can hit their stuff first. It's a battle of just awkward mana bases. We got Swift Spear here. Notably not a wizard, and I can chump this for days. Give me a land. Alright. We'll just make a 1/1 here. They're on like a weird build here. Cool. You gonna attack in? Friend, info's face up. Yeah. Okay, so it's I know the version you're playing. So if we do this, I guess we're dead this way to Delver flip. Whereas this way I could have forced them. That was probably the wrong line. Yeah, I'm dead. I should have done this. We were dead anyways. But no, they would have had to block the other way there. So it's worth noting that. So they're less on the grave plan. That was my mistake. I shouldn't have shocked there. I put myself to dead when I could have just played the Anvil. We go first. I think we do this. Yotai on 2 gives me a blocker. I have a Braid backup. Yeah, I think most of the lists are swapping out of Aether Gust in lieu of that card there. This is pretty good, because depending what they do, I can blow up one of their creatures and then have the Abrade. Ideally, we hit a land here. Perfect. Okay, so I have 2 options here. I have Crucius, or I have this. I think I have to... just deal with this turn. Also, like our drawing of mana this game has just been awful. We'll get Blood Artist, I think, next turn, but we drew the 2 colorless last game when we just needed another colored source. This game I have 2 pain lines against an aggressive deck. A big thing I think in this matchup is keeping... Opponent wants to be very cocky. They could have double burn. If they do, I can't do anything about it, but... that's kind of unfortunate. I punted that last game. I shouldn't have lost it, but... if I can untap, we might be able to stabilize. I've taken like 4 damage from my lands. Turns out that the crypts weren't the line. Okay. Good sign. Land's actually really good for me here. Because then I can Crucius. Cool. 'Cool. 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 ' Again, friend. Reckless charge. They love saying good game. So we'll kill this. Block here. We go to 2. We do have access to charge. I think we get rid of that. Need to do lesser here. I guess I still have access to Mutavault as a blocker. Okay. There's still a chance. They had to draw that. Just didn't need the flyer. I punted game 2. I punted game 2. That sucks. I should have won that. We needed like one turn, even if they just draw spells. I had to play like too many pain lines there. Because they go all in, I block with the Mutavault there. Oh. Can you post it again, Wild Nerds? It might have been screened by YouTube since it was a link. If not, just drop it in a comment on any of my videos and I'll pull it up that way. Okay, we'll keep this. Alright, we got a Boros. Main board a Braid. Yeah, it's getting blocked. I don't want to expose the Crucius yet. We'll get them to tap out, and then I'll Crucius. Like this, I can cycle this Fatal Push. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna need a blood. Or, the Atraxa. Need to try to kill them. I played that wrong. I forgot the blood was in a treasure. So I have 3 bloods. If they could reanimate Atraxa, then it's bad. Fine. Perfect. I'll pull it up. So I actually think we just need to try to find a way to kill a creature. Got it. Got it. Alright. So this is definitely a graveyard matchup. Noxious Grasp, go for the throat. Probably gonna take out the Deadly Disputes. Probably want the Xander's Wake. I actually don't want a Nixilis in this matchup because the discard's pretty bad for me. Yotai can probably come out. It's pretty slow. Do I want the Thoughtseize? Probably. So the things with Fatal Push, it's a little awkward because they have things I want to Fatal Push, but not necessarily. We haven't seen Ob in a single game. Let's trim on those. Trim on an Ob. Trim on Valdarin. Let me pull it up. Gotta mulligan this. Did I not hit mulligan? Oh my god. Ooh, Kolikin's Command's a card I didn't think of. I want to find a red source here. Foundry Ornithopter. Does that pop up on screen? Deadly Dispute, Onicall, Goblet Engineer. Looks pretty sweet. Much lower to the ground. I think you said you're on Luris? Yeah. I meant to mulligan that hand. I don't know what happened. So, Could just go red source here. But I think I want to go brush stroke. Play out a single Ornithopter here. They could have Fatal Push. The reason being is because when I go Anvil next turn, I can at least drain them. Grizzlebrand, okay. They missing lands? I think our sideboards could be fairly similar. Obviously, you don't get access to Nixilis, but hand discard, go blank, stuff of that nature. I think we just take it this turn. Decide what I want to do next turn. Okay, so I do need to find the hidden burial rites. We're just dead. I don't... That was very awkward. So I do think we want the pushes. I actually think Xander's Wake is not where we want to be. It's going to be too slow. Nixilis is also probably not where we want to be. Just have access to that. I should have brought in the Abrades. There's probably enough threats there. It's an iffy hand. No graveyard hate, but let's see what we can do. Okay, it's actually very good. So next turn I do everything. So they could have Fragment Reality here. They brought in Thoughtseize versus me. So I think we do this. It gets it going, the engine. And like here, even if they kill my Mishra, like whatever they're killing, I'm getting some value off it. Because I have Ani Cult to protect. But we might just... We never found our graveyard hate. And I just haven't had an answer to Crucius any game, and that's how you lose. Jeez! Not good. Priest of the Fell Rites. a braid. So it's probably the priest. I know they can get it back, but I need to play it like this. The fact they're mainboarding a braid's pretty gross. So they're gonna discard the Atraxa. So I need this Mishra's to find me one of my 2 graveyard hate pieces or a piece of removal. But even the removal is not the best there. See what we get. Our hands, like, I don't know in this matchup, do we aggressively just try to go for graveyard hate? It doesn't even matter. So they get Atraxa, all lands. We're basically just trying to draw into our removal spell. If we can hit that, we're okay. What do we have? Noxious Grasp, go for the throat. The problem is they likely also find a piece of removal here. They find rights, Blood Tithe. Blood Tithe also just gives them a blocker. This one's been a little frustrating. Come on, removal spell. We haven't found any hate pieces like in any games. So Sanguine. Okay. I mean, it's not the absolute best line in the world, but it's not quite lethal. I think we're just a little off, like 1 or 2 life. We're 2 off. They gained 7. The problem is with this, it also has Vigilance. That gets him back to 9. Come on. Another Sanguine would be good. My only concern with going Gardens is it's another colorless line, and if you're on Thopters, you're better off with Mutavault since it can be a Thopter. Okay. Crucius doesn't quite do it. The problem is they're gaining too much life now. Yeah, but that's contingent on you having the Ornithopter. This is frustrating. 2 life off, and then Atraxa is just stonewalling me. Jeez. This is frustrating. We needed like 1 action piece. So they're gaining 14. It's just like... Ugh! I hate Atraxa. Such a dumb card. Like, why does it need to have so much text? Because now they could just keep drawing 7. So that was kind of our out, unfortunately. We have Blood Artist here. But no, they're just gonna... Yeah, we're dead here. They're just overloading me. So we lost that close one to Wizards, which was me a punt. This one, they... I think the sideboard... honestly is just gotta be... like... get rid of this. Get rid of this. Trim and a braid. Or keep in a braid. No, I don't think you want that. There's not enough, because like if you don't have Ob, it doesn't do anything, and on its own, it's just not doing enough. We don't really put counters on things. Probably want another copy of Go for the Throat. Or probably just... yeah, go for... and then probably just another... probably just play Soul Guides. Let's play one more with this. I'm a little frustrated just how that turned out. I think... actually, you know what? We've been cutting Deadly Disputes every game, and the blood tokens play really well. Let's tweak it up a bit more. Vampire, what are you? Blood Tithe Harvester. Let's try that. Might have been right keeping Aubin in that matchup. Hard to tell for sure, but the problem is like we just weren't going to get through Atraxa without drawing a removal spell. I think we do this. Oni Cult, the Ornithopter, then have Axis. I also have Fatal Push if needed. Okay, there's some sort of domain deck, which isn't great. This deck, like, if there's a lot of Atraxa decks, then we're probably not good enough. I wanted Sanguine. Brotherhood's End is really nasty against me here. Doesn't look like they have it, which is nice. Kinda don't want to play into open mana. This might be the blue-white control deck. That's using Leyline Binding. Oracle the Alpha. So do this. Enable Revolt. Because even here, depending on what they have, I can tap stuff. Like we're piecing together with relatively low, like, super quality of cards. see what they target here. I mean, we will do it. It is another point to damage. So I'm just going to pass the turn here. This could be the Niv deck. Probably not, because they're on Oracle here. So I'm going to make a token on end step. Black Lotus. In for Black Lotus Atraxa. Because that's how the day's gone. Black Lotus Atraxa. Okay, not Atraxa. Good start. So this is definitely a Thoughtseize Nixilis matchup. Actually, yeah, that's kind of cool. So I think we do this. Just make another body. So the plan there was to attack for 5. Try to get them that way there. Because they didn't see that we had this Voldaren Aperture in hand. Okay. We're not in a terrible... Like, they're at 4 life. Even if they have another Verdict here, I can sweep... And, like, they did use a premium removal spell. They could have done that. Like, to bait out the token. So... I can force the issue, make a token. Yeah. We did find Ob, but Ob's not great here. I basically want to protect this. Because there's going to come a point where they don't have instant speed removal. That's annoying. At this point, I'm just going to run out my threats. We're kind of flooding, so we got to do what we do. Come on! Oh my god, this is so dumb!
I have practiced against men. Keep an open mind.
They've hit 3 Leyline Bindings, and they've put into their deck a whole bunch of extra cards. I've hit almost as many lands as the 4 Leyline Bindings. Jesus Christ. Thoughtseize, Nixilis, Rending Volley, Yotai's slow. Probably still want the Research Desk. Probably still want the Blood Tithe. Fatal Push could come out. And a Aperture. That's just like stupid annoying. They're finding their snaps, they're finding everything. And then we don't really have answers to Leyline Binding. Jesus. We really need to take game 1. They're going to have a lot more removal post-board. They're really good at always finding this binding. We're gonna get rid of Volley here. I need to find some freaking lands. Like last game, all lands. This game, we're probably a level too low in terms of power level for this format with this deck. They could have another binding. They could have a braid. Brotherhood's End is pretty bad. Sword of the Meek's not on Arena, is it? Interesting that they opted to go for the Charm there. So I can Aperture or I can Ob. I mean, that's another point of damage. I actually don't think we can win with Ob in this matchup anyways, so we just gotta kind of grind them out. Because I can do this, that's like 3 damage on its own. Like, what the hell is this card? Like, it's actually nonsense in terms... Like, come on. How is it that every last card is exactly what they need? Because now if I don't attack... then they just always hold up this Helix. So I think we do this. I gotta try to bait out the Helix. They're just gonna do that. Well, well, well. So depending on how they block here could be interesting. I know they have 3 life. Brothers War Retro Frame? Ah. So if they kill my Mutavault, they actually die. I don't understand why they tapped out here. So they kill Blood Artist. come on! Stop with the top decks! Holy hell. So they could gain a bunch of life, which would also be troublesome. I mean, if they don't Heliod's here, then Ob could pop off. Feels like an end step or upkeep. The thing is, if they blow up my blood, it triggers my sanguine as well. This is 2 times X life. They're digging. They are digging. Honestly think the line was probably just gain a bunch of life. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of like fun things you can do in this format. Okay, so I do want Graveyard Hate. We do want the Graveyard Hate. They're on Archmage Charm, so do we get off the combo? These are kind of weak. Think like I don't want to dilute too much. Like Yotai's fine, is probably just a braid. They have like Snapcasters, a couple miscellaneous. We'll play a single Abrade. It gets all their creatures. Which is probably fine. We have the Rending Volleys. I think that's fine. They got greedy there. They could have just Heliod's Intervention, gained like 10 life. They just needed like a turn or two. I should have played this out different. I'm gonna try and make a token and sack it to Ob. Haven't played too much of those Urza ones. I want to see the new Karn if it works in like an artifact theme deck. I mean, if they're gonna go Helix here, it's probably fine for me. I do want 2 Obs, so... it's probably just this. Our mana base was a little awkward. They did use a Helix on like a random token. So unless they're like stream sniping to know to hit that. Okay, they might be missing a land. So I think we just keep plussing here.
Is my coin or carnage? Tribute.
And we'll just pass the turn. So I can Mutavault with the Retrofitter on end step, which I'll probably do. That line's interesting. Let's see what they take off with the Leyline.
My empire crumbles.
So I'm gonna do the plus first. So I want him to not know what I have.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
Now we just get Drainsies going. I have multiple creature lands. Think it's coming together. You got a Mox. Snap Helix.
My coin or carnage. Tribute is owed.
I actually don't care about that. Because, like, if they Supreme Verdict, like, cool. So, this is the cool part. You activate it. Then you sacrifice it. It's usually just Karn Great Creator, find stuff in the sideboard. That's how I would build it. All the modern Urzatron decks use Karn. They're deciding. How good is that card? How good is this card? You just have to watch out because there's like a Braid, there's Shatterstorm. Are we getting another Roper? Like, you literally hit how many Saiba Siphoners in a row? But now we're gonna rope? Bye, friend. Alright.